day to you all, and welcome back to another BBW review. As mentioned, this is the Grand Eagle GE025G, and another homage to Rolex. Let's go straight into the dimensions. First of all, the most important aspect of this watch is the price. At $8, it comes to me packed and packaged from Shenzhen. The dimensions are, the most important are the diameter of the dial, which is 39.5 millimeters across the dial. The lug length is 47.5 millimeters. The depth of the watch from base to the flat mineral crystal is just 11 millimeters. While I'm here, the crown is 5.8 millimeters, and the lug width is a very standard 20 millimeters, and I'll come to the strap in a moment. So back to the main focus of the watch. The dial, before I get to the dial, so the case is actually quite a nice contoured case, as you can see. It's got some nice curves to it, and the diameter 39.5 and the lug length being quite short at 47.5 make it hug the wrist quite nicely, even on the smallest of wrists, such as mine is, at 6.5 inches. So as you can see here, it does curve quite nicely down to the wrist, and it is quite a short lug to lug length. The case, of course, for $8 is going to be a chrome plated alloy, as is the bezel. Now, for some reason, the bezel, I'm not sure if you can see this, I'll try and zoom in there, it overhangs slightly. There's a slight overhang, you can see. I can push that up. There's a lip on it. I'm not sure why. Because the bezel doesn't rotate, there's no reason why the bezel is not flush, as you can see here, with the rest of the case. Anyway, it's a curved bezel leading on to a flat mineral crystal and the dial. This dial is available in 3 colorways. The yellow, as you can see here, it's a lemon yellow, a really vivid color as well in the sunlight. This is the reason why I got the watch, because it's such a really nice yellow in the sunlight. Also available in a startling red and a deep black. So I think the colors of these dials really sell the watch themselves, apart from the fact that they are, for the price, quite well made and reliable watches. Anyway, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. So we have a yellow dial, which is reminiscent of many high brand watches, in particular Rolex, especially with the applied indices, which are the same all around, apart from the double indices on the 12, 3, the 6 and the 9. They do look loomed, and probably are, as are the hands, but being on an $8 watch, the loom may as well be white paint. But the indices are nice. They do reflect the light quite well in the sunlight. Apart from the indices, in between the indices you have just simple black battens and dots above the hour indices. Below the 12, you have the name Grand Eagle and Lucky, I'm not sure why, printed below that. Above the 6, you have the logo, which is applied, which is quite a sad looking eagle, and the word Grand Eagle below the sad looking eagle. The hands themselves, you have just simple post hands with slithers of loom, which don't work anyway, on each hand, the second hand being a simple stick hand. Now, as I do for all Quartz watches, to test the movement, although it's not a perfect test, is to check the minute hand. Is there a jump? So pushing the minute hand in between those two indices there, Now when I push it in, does it jump? Very slightly. Let's try that again. The minute hand in between the indices, just pushing it in. No, I'd say that's a pass. It doesn't jump at all. So probably a good movement, although a cheap Chinese one at that. But I've had this watch for some time now, and it does keep very good time, apart from the second hand just stopping there. Because it's hacking, obviously. There. It does look black, but the second hand is not. The hands are not, they are silver, but they look black in certain types of light, especially overhead as we have now. So that's about it for the front of the watch. And again, I think what really sells these watches is they're quite nicely designed. Obviously they're homages of a more famous watch, but the colorways, the red is quite stunning, which I may get soon, and also the black is quite eye-catching. But this lemon yellow, the video doesn't do it justice, but out in the sunlight it really does look beautiful. I mean, it is a very, very vivid yellow, and is the main reason I got the watch in the first place. So the back, just a simple back, as you would expect, with the details. Stainless steel back, which denotes an alloy case. 30 meters or 3 ATM of water resistance, and the designation GE025G, with in the center of the case back the grand eagle with that sad looking eagle. Not a very majestic beast, I must admit. Anyway, so onto the strap. It is a 20mm lug width, but I have to tell you, it's not the original strap. Now, Grand Eagle, to give them the justice, they do straps that match the quality of the case, although the original strap is terrible, which I'll just show you. So this is the strap it comes with. Now, usually, Grand Eagle do straps that are the same quality as their watches, which is not the highest, of course, but they're going to be much better than this. It does look like a nice strap, nice design, but, folded links, there you go. The folded links are usually very, very found on the cheapest of watches. Even though this is a budget bargain watch, it still deserves a watch with push pin links. Unfortunately, this isn't. With a simple press clasp, which I really, really don't like at all. And it weighs as much as a handful of paper clips. Yeah, they could have done much better there. Anyway, that's the bracelet you will get if you decide to choose this watch. So instead of that strap, I just put on I tried to put on a Jubilee, which would match the watch it is homaging. Now, I put on hundreds of straps before, or not literally hundreds, maybe about 150 or so. I've always had problems struggling to get the bars in, the spring bars, but I always managed to do it. But for this one, I don't think it's 20mm. I think it's slightly, it's about 19.8. And because of that, I just could not get this Jubilee strap in until I almost buried it into the wall and ended up putting on any strap. Now, this is quite a nice strap. It's a stainless steel strap, but it doesn't really match the head of the watch. But I left it at any strap will do, and this one just kind of fits the bill. So there you have it. Let's have a look at this on the wrist. And there it is on the wrist. Now, I shouldn't do a wrist roll because it's not the original strap, but I will anyway. It is quite a nice strap, but it doesn't seem to match this watch. Now, as I said, out in the sunlight, it really does attract the attention. But under the video, it kind of looks a bit bland, this yellow, but it's an amazing looking, a really vivid lemon yellow. And again, the reason why I bought this watch, purely because of the colour. As I bought watches because of Tiffany blue in the past, I bought this because of the vivid lemon yellow. But on the whole, it's a very nice watch, a nice weight, and it fits very well. 39mm, a nice design curved case, so it does fit my wrist at 6.5 inch very well. Goes under the cuff very smoothly. The bracelet does curve nicely over the wrist. There's no overhang and no gaps under the lugs. And those metallic indices really do catch the light well. Not annoyingly well, not in your eye, but just quite an attractive looking gleam. And there you have it. And there you have it, the Grand Eagle GE025G. For $8, not much you can complain about. It has a nice feel, a nice weight, and a nice size. And with that colorway in that vivid lemon yellow, it really is an attractive looking watch. And one what under the video doesn't really do it justice, but when it's on your wrist and outside, I'm sure it is going to gain a lot of attention. It really is an eye-catching looking thing indeed. So again, for $8, there's not much to complain with. I've had it some time. It's been very reliable, no complaints at all. And that's about it for today. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you again soon with another watch on the green chair. Until then, as always, take it easy.